thatmovieguyUK.
Gaspar Noé, from film to film, has continuously caused controversy and has challenged us mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the feels within his films. And Climax is another of his movies that has caused controversy. It actually went to Cannes Film Festival this year at the Directors Fortnight and actually did win Best Picture, and people are just like, holy mother of Christ, this man has made an amazing movie. Obviously with Climax, we didn't really know much about it, and once we knew it was basically fame on acid, we were just like, sign me up, let's do this. The synopsis for Climax, it follows a troupe of 20 urban dancers in 1996 in a woodland outside of Paris. They decide to do a 3-day dance-a-thon basically in this abandoned school. Once they are into the swing of everything, they drink some sangria, which is basically soaked with LSD, and hell on earth happens. Very Noéian, definitely. Gaspar Noé has created a sangria-soaked neon nightmare. That is the best way I can describe this film. Holy mother of Christ, it was really good. At the beginning of the film, we have a very subtle, candid interview with all of the dancers, why they have so much passion for dance, what they would do to become famous within their artistry. And it's pretty cool because Noé puts it around this old TV with loads of VHSs of like his favorite films like Salo, Eraserhead. There's loads of them around it. There's books, and you can feel Noé's inspiration in all of his movies because there's always a poster or a book or something of what he loves, and like Salo is one of his favorite movies. But I really like the way that it subtly brings you into the film, because normally with Gaspar, he does tend to just hit you and he's like, right, this is my movie, watch my movie. But this was a lot more subtle. I really like the way that you get the naivety of the characters and you're just waiting for the madness to begin. The opening dance sequence is amazing. There is just this raw kinetic energy from the whole dance troupe, and you just feel their passion, their power, their artistry for what they're doing, and it is unbelievable. It is massively choreographed. It is beautifully shot. The camera makes you feel like you're an extra member of the dance troupe, and you're just continuously just following around. You're actually moving with the troupe, and it is an amazing opening to this film. You have this slight come down though after the beginning, and I was a bit surprised by this, considering that it's a 95-minute film. I was expecting it just to be poo 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 poo, but Noé controls it masterfully. It just has a stop and start kind of feeling. But what is interesting is, from the candid, very naive kind of interviews you have at the beginning, they're a lot more loose. They're starting to drink, they're taking drugs, and you get to know more about their most inner thoughts and what they want to do to each other, how they want to just topple somebody and just actually succeed over them, how they feel about certain people. And it's very interesting. It is a very disturbing conversation between two dancers about how they would actually fornicate with a woman, and it's very in the style of Noé. He wants you to feel uncomfortable, and obviously being in French as well, it was very passionate. And I know I shouldn't really say the word passionate, but that is how you feel about it. They have so much conviction to what they actually have to say. It's very odd. So once we get the overlay of the film, the LSD starting to kick in, then the blurriness of the camera is very subtly coming in, so you're starting to feel like, okay, the buzz is coming, they're starting to hallucinate, they're starting to feel very stupid feelings and having very, well, dumb thoughts. And Noé just does it very gracefully, and once it hits in, you're just in this pressure cooker of a dance floor. You are stuck in this school with these people, and all chaos just reigns. And what I really liked about it is that, unlike Enter the Void, where you actually have a very strong hallucinogenic feel to it, you actually have to interpret what these people are hallucinating. There is like one scene where Sofia Boutella, like, she's looking at this canvas picture of a forest, and she's very relaxed, and then she starts putting her hands down her tights, and then she feels constricted, and she's just like moving around like a wild animal. She's like pushing her legs towards the wall, and she just doesn't really know what to do. She just doesn't feel safe, and then she moves on. She throws her head in water. She screams at the mirror. You just don't know what they're seeing. And I feel like the fear of the unknown is a very strong element to the film, and I really did enjoy that aspect of it. It is so more abstract to what Noe normally does, but he still contains and shoots it in his classic formats. You know, you have the camera flipping over, you have the bird's eye shots, you have all that Noe gives to the film, and that is why Climax works so well. The other thing that you have to say about Climax is that its soundtrack is insane. The music keeps going and going and going. Even when they're talking, you can hear the beat going, dun, 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 dun. And it's just like the heart of the film is the music. It's just pumping and pumping and pumping, and you just feel the intensity going and the rhythm. There's a rhyme to it. It just goes and goes, and it just works so well. Obviously, the notoriety of the cast is very important in this film, because Sofia Boutella is more known for her action films, for her full-paced films, but wow, she is unreal in this film. She has a great passion for dance. Her character is intense. She's naive, she goes through the motions through this film, and you can feel this raw power that she has, and it actually feels very genuine of the journey that she's going through. Obviously there's no real story arcs in this at all, but it is very good to see how she goes on with this. For me, Climax is definitely one of the true champions of 2018, and I had an amazing time watching this film. I cannot wait to see it again. It is definitely one of the best films I have seen this year. Obviously, my written review is on moviemaker.co.uk and on my website, thatmovieguyUK.wordpress.com. And obviously, it's everything that you need to know about me is below. Obviously, I just want to say thank you also to anyone that has watched any of my Venice videos. The views I've had, the likes, the dislikes, the comments, I truly, truly appreciate anything that you've done to help me out with this, because it made the trip a lot more worthwhile for me, knowing that people have watched my reviews and have either taken them positively or negatively. I don't really care. As long as you have watched them, it doesn't really bother to me. Obviously, I am planning London Film Festival. I'm only there for 5 days, so there's a lot of movies to cover while I'm there, and obviously join me on my journey while I'm there also. And obviously, as we say on this channel, Diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shuns. And obviously, never change, especially if you're Gaspar Noé right now. You don't change.